Welcome to the stream. We have Appel versus Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. My name is Missa, and with me I have Polk.
What's up, everyone? How's it going?
Alright, so let's talk a little bit about these teams. On blue, it looks like it's going to be Appel. On red, it looks like it's going to be Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Yes, and looks like both of these teams are in silver right now, and I think both the scores are 5-1. So this should be a pretty interesting fight to watch. Today we're playing on CP Glassworks, so it's gonna be a 5C map, and it's a really new interesting map because I think on UGC they're first introducing this map, right? Like this is a normal map, whereas we don't usually see it play, so it'll be really fun to watch. I know this map is pretty huge and I have a ton of flanks, so we're probably have to keep a watch on that too. Other than that, I'm really looking forward to seeing both these teams play.
I have to agree with you on that, Polk. The only issue that I have is I think I've played this map like once, so it's gonna be fun to watch.
It's okay. I just downloaded that map, so you're completely fine. Anyways, so
looks like we have 9 on 7. We're just waiting for 2 more to get in, and then maybe they're gonna start. But we all know how UGC match night goes. It doesn't start at 9:30. It usually starts 9:45, 9:50.
yeah, it usually takes like 30 minutes for one Highlander to start because getting 9 is super hard.
Because
And
it's
everyone's
Highlander?
just like waking up and stuff. Yeah. So do we know like any more info about this team? Like, do these teams practice? Is this a team that's just like coming in together? Or what?
I know that Appel, the blue team, they do practice, and I believe it's on Saturdays and Sundays.
Cool.
And they take it kind of serious. On Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, I don't know really their schedule and whatnot. I do know that when I was on Outcast and Silver, we played Cadillacs and Dinosaurs quite a bit. They're a pretty tough team to play against.
So this should be like pretty much like an evenly match, like what we hope. Like one thing I don't like to see is like complete rolls. I mean, that's really nothing an audience would want to watch. We want to see like really good games. Maybe some. This is 5CBs. We'll see some 5-3s, 5-4s, or anything like really interesting.
Yeah, definitely. It's never fun to watch a roll. You know, you want to see some air shots and some back and forth, and you know, just some even team plays.
I think what's to be really interesting when looking to this map right now, like you can see like the midpoint has like a house. Looks kind of similar to like Code Front, like back in the day when we used to play, but I'm not sure like how teams are gonna approach this mid fight, because I know everything's new. I know like Domans are trying to learn like different rollouts and whatnot, and I don't even think this map is even playing in 6s yet, so it should be like really interesting to see like what new strategies come into play this map, because it's really like not really proven yet until like a few seasons there, so it's not really a specific like strategy on how to play it. Like, I'm just curious to see like what teams do.
Yeah, I agree. I wasn't aware that. I thought this was played in 6s, so it's not.
It's not. I don't think so. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I've never seen this map before, so maybe it is just a new map. Yeah, this is going to be interesting because this isn't something that's continuously played in UGC, you know, like Upward or Badwater or anything like that. So it's going to be interesting to see what these teams decide to do, especially on rollout.
Do you wanna do a prediction, like who do you think would win and what do you think the score will be?
You know, I'm not really sure because I do know both of these teams fairly well. It's kind of hard to predict. I would say, oh goodness, we'll just go with the blue team, which is Appel.
What do you think that they're gonna score?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I can't really predict a score. I can't tell you that it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good match, though.
Okay, well, of course, as a caster, I'm gonna go against you. I'm gonna go with the red team. I predict a score of 5-4.
5-4. All right. Let's see if that's what happens.
And I think we should go over the rosters first, so do you want to go over the blue team first?
Yeah, we could do that. On blue, which is Appel, we have Poppin on Scout. We have Final Form Sinless is on Engineer. BFF Forever is Soldier. Vanilla Love is Heavy. Pearl is Spy. Timeless is Demo. And Cassius on Medic. And then Drunk Cell, aka Drunk Uncle, on Demo.
Missing one more, right? The guys in Spectre?
They have, oh, that's American. Yeah, American is their pyro.
Cool. And on the red team, I apologize if you guys change your name, but looks like the medics will be the smiley face guy. Minty on pyro, Oz on sniper, Birdsen on heavy, Dave on spy, Flick on demo, computer on engineer, Bunny on soldier, and Hellhound BV on scout.
It's also going to be interesting, I think, to look and see what the medics are going to choose to run, because I don't know if this medic is just doing it during, you know, just waiting for their team. But he's on quick fix. So it's going to be interesting to see if he stays with that or switches to crits or Uber. Or maybe we'll even see some vaccinator usage.
Speaking of the vaccinator, we also forgot as the TF2 has also been recently updated, so we're going to see how things come to play with the recent update, if it affects the teams or not.
Speaking of that update, I know that UGC had made an announcement that medics are not allowed to pick up the mediguns that are dropped. I know that if you're running source mod that you can put in a command so that that's not an ability that they can do. But it's going to be interesting to see if they remember to do that, or if we see something that's going to cause a disqualification. I hope not, but hopefully the medics don't pick up the guns that are on the ground if they don't run that command, if they're not running source mod.
I think that's a really good point, but looks like we're started and we're gonna go to the mid fight right now. So as you can see, the red team is pretty aggressive on the left side. We already have a soldier on the rooftop. I assume the red team might have a high ground advantage. So we're trying to see if we can get a pick going. Not too many picks going. Looks like 2 down for the red team, but the blue team already, Junk Uncle's already down Demo Man, so we'll see if red can progress off that one good pick, which I think they might be going. It looks like they're 3 down for the blue team right now.
Yeah, it looks like their spy just went down to the pyro. So blue team is down a few. Looks like red's taken. Oh, Uber's pop.
Uber. This is actually pretty interesting right now. As you can see, like that, the red is completely destroying the blue team right now. As like they have like 4 ped, and I think this points will be pretty much given to him. Let's see if they can do a quick drive push into point 2. But it looks like a sniper is pretty much on their sideline.
Oh,
and
Timeless just
nice
took down, yeah.
Not sure what it is going right now, but looks like pretty much teams are holding right into the yard right behind this fence and pretty much waiting for something to happen and a quick play. Do you see anything on the other side, Missa?
I'm looking. I don't see anything quite, you know, interesting that's going on. Looks like they're just kind of holding and waiting for the right moment to push.
Yeah, usually how 5 CPs people play is like if it's pretty stalemate, they're gonna be pretty much waiting for the advantage. But you know, I think the smiley face they should be counting their quick fix. Since they're running quick fix, you want to be playing it kind of aggressively. The quick fix is something you want to keep going in. And like right now they're 100% and the other team is at 74%. Like by the time they go in, they're gonna get Uber, so you have to go in now immediately.
Right.
I'm not sure why they're waiting for this. Like,
well, it is quick fix, so it's, you know. And I do believe blue is still running Uber, so I'm not sure what they can do with the quick fix against
looks
Uber.
like they're going to the left side. I'm not sure what they're doing, but looks like they're destroying the flank, which could be a really smart play as their team is pushing to the enemy flank right now. But as you can tell, the blue team has high ground advantage. This could be a good play on the blue side.
Oh, and they popped the Uber on blue.
Nice. Yeah, that's the thing with the quick fix. Like, when you get quick fix, you want to keep going in. Like, you don't really want to hold on to quick fix like defensively. You also want to play aggressively. I think that's a lot of teams like don't really do well on the quick fix, and this is unfortunate. Like that's what really happened. So hopefully, blue can stabilize that. But we also do see the blue medic has been dead. So looks like the red team does have like slight advantage of holding the midpoint. So it's actually a pretty good job that they've done by it. Not sure how Cassius went down, but during that mid fight, something happened.
Yeah, I didn't see either. We're
gonna see a 30% advantage on red, so let's see if hopefully they use this Uber aggressively. It looks like they're running Uber right now, so that's pretty
Well,
sweet.
it looks, yeah, and it looks like blue switched to crits, so crits versus Uber.
That's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, let's see which one wins. I'm gonna put my money on the Uber's gonna win versus the crits.
Yeah, let's hopefully that the blue team can, like, you know, get a quicker charge over the Uber, and hopefully they can crit them, either do a force pop, back out, or, like, you know, re-push them, punch them back in. But we'll see how that plays. Like right now, like things are pretty even. They're actually gonna get the crits like really slightly, and if they use the crits like as soon as play get it, like they'll actually might catch something off guard. But I don't think that they're pushing it immediately. Like, yeah, it's too slow right now. But he already has the Uber, so this is gonna counter the Uber right there. And
yep, there it is. They
like,
popped
it.
Uber,
yeah. Like you pretty much know who's gonna win. But looks like the red team is using this Uber defensively and not really getting too many ground with this Uber, so I think the blue team kind of has a good advantage on this. If they can easily destroy him and re-punish him and push him back in.
Yeah, and red medic just went down, so that's going to give blue a huge advantage there.
Right now there's only 3 up for the red team. Let's see what they can do. Oh, nice shot by Os.
Oh, blue medic down. It's going to change that advantage.
So we're pretty much like right now, we're pretty much seeing like a classic stalemate. It's kind of everything like back and forth. The one thing about 5CP is really who can get the right picks and how much you can play off that aggression. In the meantime, we'll be seeing the red on the opposite side. Looks like most teams are starting to hold like on the yard, sort of in the corridor. I think that's where teams might hold. Again, I am pretty new to Sunshine, so I can't really, or Glassworks it's called. My bad.
Oh, looks like the spy just got flicked with a backstab. Pearl got the red medic.
It's a really good pick.
Oh, I'm sorry, not flick.
The blue team push off that. Now, I want to see them actually play instead of just like waiting for a charge.
Right, just kind of dry push that and get out there and get some picks and push forward to that point. That was a really good stab on that medic. Yeah, they definitely should play off of that.
I think they're, as I assume though, they're just gonna be waiting for overcharge, which is fine too. But like, you're pretty much like playing against a team which has heals. Like if they went in already, they can play against a team that has no heals, and that's up to their advantage.
Right.
Well, let's see if they use this Uber in aggressively. They should know that they have 100% charge, so it looks like they are going in with this Uber charge. So Uber charge has been onto Uncle. Let's see how many like kills you can get. Like nice, you got like 4 kills. This should be a given point 2 already. If they can get the scout point 2, they should be easily pushing into the last point with 3, since the enemy team already has 5 down.
Yeah,
they should be pushing into last like right about now. Like there's still 4 dead. They can easily take this aggressive if they want to win this. They should go into the top right hand side.
Right, they had that momentum and red just backed out. They could have just kept going.
Now they respawns. Now they can't do anything about this. So pretty much it's gonna be the still win pick, and right now red team's gonna have about 20-30% advantage, which they can easily capitalize and repush aggressive if they want to get out of the last point.
Now what do you think when they pop that Uber, having the heavy classes push forward while like the engineer or the scout cap while they continue pushing forward? Maybe that's something that they should have done?
They could have, yes, exactly, to the point, and really, you don't really want to wait on 5 CP max, then the spawn wave kicks in, and like what the red team had, like the spawn wave kicking in, and right now it's just pretty much waiting for picks, and this is where the stalemate gets into process, and looks like the blue mag's being pressured out, and it had a force pick. So really nice job by Hellhound and Dave.
Oh, that Engie tried to back cap, didn't work.
Let's see if Red can capitalize this. They have 100% charge. I would like to see them take point 2 for free.
Yeah, and blue med is down too, so yeah, definitely need a good time to push out. I'm not really sure what they're waiting for.
I think they're waiting for the heavy class. Looks like the Bird's head is down, so but as again, like they have Uber, they can just Uber in for free if they just play together as a team. Right now they're kind of checking the corners.
No, there's the Uber.
Not really the greatest pop here, but can't really do much as the Uber anyways. At least get point 2 so they can get out last one, but it looks like they're not really taking solidified ground on this, and they have to back out to last. So again, like right now, we're just pretty much watching for a play to see what happens. Classic stalemates on 5CB maps. We're gonna see like who gets the right pick and what goes down. As you know, like 4 people are down to blue team. They just got spawns up, and then hopefully that they're pretty much setting a particular defense on the lobby side, and maybe an upper lobby.
Yeah, I'm currently watching Oz, seeing if he can maybe get a pick as a sniper. Doesn't look like it though.
Yeah, the 2 classes that teams are gonna be suicide right now is sniper and spy, because right now is a classic stalemate, and as you can see, like Pearl is trying to go in for stab, hopefully on the mag, but never really happened. But now they're trying to maybe buff the sniper up, and hopefully they can get a drop or something, a really important pick for them to allow them to push out successfully. Other than that, pretty much it'll be a classic stalemate.
Oh, we have Dave like coming in behind. Oh, they popped the Uber. Yeah, I think it was that spy coming up behind them. They saw the spy and kind of got forced.
I'm not sure if that was like a pretty smart choice, because like that's kind of like a disadvantage Ubering out there. I can tell that there's really no high ground. It's kind of like a tight classic chokehold, so I'm not sure if that's a smart Uber, but it looks like red is pretty much job 4. If blue pushes in right now, they can easily get some picks and then re-push in again, but as you know, the red team just got their spawns up in time, so can't really push in.
Looks like Pearl's just sitting back behind the red team waiting for the right time to get that pick. He's sitting close to the medic. Oh, nope, he got caught. Yeah, he got called out.
I'm gonna take a look at the timeless cam. I think he's actually might be onto something.
Yeah, I'm on him now. Let's see if he can make something happen.
We can get like a body shot on the medic or something.
Well, that'd be great, especially since their medic has, the red medic on Cadillacs and Dinosaurs has complete Uber right now.
Yep.
They're gonna lose that advantage though. Blue almost has their Uber, which they do now.
Nice. Nice body shot.
Oh, and he got the med. Yeah, nice.
So the blue team should be pushing in for free.
Exactly. They have complete advantage.
You know, that's a really nice shot there by Timeless, and it's like red team is completely getting obliterated, and hopefully that they'll be putting on the cap point and focusing on 7.
Oh, and look, they're taking that. There we go. 1-0 so far. Appel.
That's a very nice play, and like that body shot done by Timeless. Like I know people say that, you know, body shots, but like in the end, a kill is a kill, and that pretty much kill made them win the round. So props to Timeless, and really
definitely that was really great. That's what helped his team get in there and get that last point.
Again, really interesting mid-fight being played. Looks like the red team's running the quick fix again, and blue team's running the crit. So quick fix versus crits, and we kind of know like how that's gonna turn out to be. But if the red team plays aggressively, I want to see this quick fix being used immediately to neglect that crits. Well, it looks like red team is, oh, they do use the quick fix immediately. Okay, it's a really good play. So hopefully they gotta kill the medic. There's already 4 down, and only the demo is alive. If they can kill the demo man, they can easily neglect this crits. They have to keep constantly playing aggressive. It looks like the flanks in, looks like the scouts in, but nobody's really backing up.
And the medic was able to get out on blues, so that's another thing as well. They need to, you know, capitalize on that and make sure they get that med down. Otherwise, it's, you know, not going to help their team.
Yeah, that's something, but and that's really a teamwork issue on that part. And the thing is, like, when the other mid team has crits, like now, like they're pretty much gonna be backing up, and like Smiley Face is down for the red team. They can easily push in this point in for free, even without using the crits. Well, it looks like they're using the crits in immediately just to see if they can get any other people out for extra use. But there's already 2 kills down there by Drunk Ong. This is a really nice play. Let's hopefully they can get point 3 and also push into point 2 for free.
Right, just keep that momentum going, you know. Oh, Poppin goes down to Bunny.
Until the blue team is kind of peeking out of the shutters. Looks like the heavy really wants to peek out from the, what is this, corridor side? I have no idea what it's called. Considering the new name's bear me there. But the red team is pretty much giving a point away for free. This looks like a free point for the blue team.
Looks like Dave the spy has been called out. The sniper's going after him. Oh, Dave goes down. Looks like he was trying to get a pick on the medic, but just couldn't get it.
So right now we're seeing one of those classic holds again. Looks like Timeless is kind of peeking into the left shutter, but not really sure. Oh, they're using
looks like they
crits right now.
popped crits. Oh, Medic went down. Cassius went down to the sniper.
So these are some pretty decent plays. Like, this is a really good thing for the red team right now. They can easily push off of that since they have no mech, and looks like they're about to do that right now. They're kind of peeking in. Hopefully they can get into point 2 for free without using the Uber, but...
Oh, they popped the Oob. They're going in. Looks like the Pyro's...
Right now, the classic thing that the Pyro is doing is pretty much denying the Uber. It's what the Pyro's job is supposed to be. But looks like they're getting point 2. Pretty safely and convincingly. Can't really push in too hard on point 3 yet because they're down to 3 players, but right now they're kind of just fishing off any players that's still in the base, and they didn't do a slow push after that.
Oh, and the Pyro takes down Smiley Face. Good job, American and Poppin' on that teamwork for getting that med. Now this gives blue team the chance to get in there and take that point and possibly push into that last point.
I agree, like, now there's only, what, 3 up? Heavy, Soldier, and Engineer. If they push in really fast before they get spawns, maybe they can do something about it, but it looks like their combo is really not at the point of it, so we pretty much see a classic stalemate hold again, and hopefully Timeless can get their sweet awesome pick on the player or the medic again. And right now, looks like pretty much gonna be pretty stalematy right now. Cassius went down there by Bunny, so hopefully this gives the red team a chance to push out to second point.
Yeah, I think what we're gonna see though is the medic trying to get their Uber before they push out. We haven't seen any dry pushing.
Dry pushes lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's just gonna be waiting for that Uber charge or that crits charge, and then they're gonna push out.
You know, there's nothing really wrong with doing Uber pushes. Like, I particularly like to dry push a lot, usually because I don't like waiting for things. But pushing with Uber is safe. Yeah, it plays kind of a little bit on the passive side, but. No, it is safe. It looks like they're kind of waiting for Uber charge, and there are smiley face guys that have 100% charge, and hopefully he can go in with this Uber. Oh, and he drops to the players to a sticky trap.
Yes, very well placed sticky trap, and yeah.
And he's Ubering the spot too, so.
So that Uber is gonna be wasted. Looks like yeah, smiley face down.
That's a
drunk uncle getting the med.
Costly play on the red team's part, but
it looks like it looks like they're gonna go in and take this. That's 2-0 for Appel.
No, we're just seeing like pretty much good plays done side by the Apple's team, so no, I want to see Cadillac team to step up their game a little bit, but as you know, they start in the second round and still get a half more. Later on, another 30 minutes. So that's how UGC works. 2 30-minute halves into the first to 5.
Now this is interesting, Red's still like before, they're being aggressive, and Blue's kind of holding back. So let's see if it, if it repeats itself and Blue ends up taking mid after Red takes mid. That's what we've seen the last 2 rounds.
We have something interesting though. Like right now, the red medic also is running Uber, while on the blue side they're running crits. So. Like we expected, like they crits it immediately and just get like completely obliterated on the red team. So right now they're pretty much playing aggressively, doing the dry pushes. Yeah, nice step done there by Dave on Cassius. Hopefully Smiley can get out alive, which looks like he does.
Yeah.
He can save that pretty much.
Still has
91% charge.
Yeah. That's gonna be awesome for the
This is really critical for them to push in. And looks like when they get their charge, get their players up, they can easily re-push into point 2, which they're about to do. I can see Flick, he's trying to peek on these corners, thinking what he wants to do, just play aggressively. Like, looks like they're kind of defending it last. They should know that Cassius died though, so not sure if they want to use Uber defensively or they're gonna use it aggressively. I can see Flick, he's still trying to do something. He's trying to set up his traps there. I really want to see them use aggressively. Hopefully Pro doesn't make a good play on them if they actually want to do a successful push. You can see Pro just like camping in the corner, right in the steel wheelbarrows, and like the Uber has been going out. It's a single Uber on a dome mat. He has no support whatsoever.
Yeah, it doesn't help that the blue pyro was also helping with stuffing that a little bit.
Oh, look at Smiley Face is trapped by the Uber. Oh, he's getting caught out.
Yeah, Pearl got Smiley Face down. So that's going to give blue that advantage. They're at 70%. Looks like they're still running crit.
Right
That's
now,
going to be a good advantage for the blue team.
I can see like the mistake from the red team. Like there's really, I don't think there was a communication of the team pushing out. It was just an Uber demo, and you can't really do anything with that, especially when the pyro messes you up in the corner. It looks like blue is punishing them for that, and then pretty much pushing it for free.
And that is 3-0 Appel.
Man, my prediction is getting not
hammered,
coming.
right?
Come on, Cadillacs.
Your team is losing, Polk.
Team is losing. Looks like they're running quick fix again, which could be interesting. I think Cadillacs is going to stick to the crits. It seems like a play that's been working, and it looks like they are sticking to the crits, Craig. So it's just, actually no, there's not quick fix. It's like a quick fix. So quick fix versus quick fix. That's gonna be an
that's
interesting
gonna be
play.
yeah.
But it's gonna come down to what picks get at the end, and that's pretty much it is. And I can see two teams are kind of waiting for the picks. Looks like they're waiting for a spy pick. As you can tell, the BFF, he's on the high ground. He has the high ground. Red quick fix has been popped, but also the blue side has been popped their quick fix. I can see the soldier on the blue side pretty much getting blocked out. So now the red team has pretty much even ground on the point. Both Delmans are up at the moment, and Flick is up, and Junkso is down. So never mind. One up and one down. Pretty much right now we're seeing a pretty much classic stalemate hold onto the rock side. Not sure what they're gonna be doing or where they're gonna be picking, but looks like Oz is peeking for free to the flank. I think he wants to try to go for a play.
Yeah, I think blue is just waiting for that perfect pick. You know, sometimes you just can't do that. Sometimes you just gotta get things taken care of so you can push in and get that point. Looks like blue's trying to push forward. Drunk Uncle down by Flick.
This is a really nice play out by Flick. Like, he pretty much locked him up in a choke point, and that's what pretty much happens when you're going against Dill, man. It's all pretty much spammable. I'm not sure about this jump at your medic, but if the red team pushes out right now, it looks like the heavy Vanilla Love getting a smiley face medic. Nice play there by Vanilla Love. Looks like red's pushing for free. Like, if they want to make something, they gotta push in together as a team. No sentry gun is up. There's still 4 dead. They have 5 up on the red side. They can probably make something happen, but there is no dome for a red team.
Looks like Oz, the sniper on red, just went down to Poppin as he was trying to go in to get a pick. Oh, and is Poppin gonna get this heavy? Oh no, Poppin goes down to the heavy. Oh, but the spy picks up after Poppin and gets that heavy down. Drunk Uncle going down to Dave the spy.
So right now, this is a little bit different from the last pushes we've seen. We've seen the red side on defense is holding last. Now we're seeing Appel team is holding their defense on blue side on the last point right now. So we kind of see like what they do if they're gonna be pushing out or holding defensively. We pretty much see like what the difference is on the plays, and hopefully if Cadillac wants to turn this around, we can hopefully see a pick maybe on Dave and Oz. Hopefully we can get a mid pick.
Hey, it looks like he's hiding behind the point, seeing, you know, waiting for that perfect moment, seeing if he can get the pick. Gonna be interesting to see who he goes for. It looks like the med's a little far forward for him to get, so maybe the sniper or the pyro? Maybe even trying to get the gun?
The team comes to save Cassius dies. This might be an interesting play, but red can push out because they have 5 down. They have everything up on blue side except a dumb man and a medic.
Well, it looks like he saps the sentry going after the sniper, doesn't get the sniper. Looks like we have, nope. I'm just lagging.
It's about a pause.
Is it a pause? Yeah, it looks like a pause.
I wonder who disconnected at the moment.
I'm not quite sure. So, while we have this pause, how do you think that, it looks like, you know, red's pushing back in, trying to get that momentum. Do you think they can come back from this 2-0 so far?
What I see is that right now the blue team has crit streak, And if they made a play off that and hopefully is pushing the point for free, they can easily deny that. But right now, I want to see Red pushing out more on dry pushes because I think that's what's really eating them right now. And each time you win, you're pretty much just draining time on the clock, and that's pretty much to your disadvantage right now. And like I said, like they're kind of down 3 already. So if they want to make a comeback, they're gonna have to do something more aggressively.
Yeah, definitely. More dry pushes, you know, they're not going to be able to wait for those Ubers. They may want to, but it's just not optimal right now. They need to, you know, get out there and get some damage in and get some players down so they can push forward.
Other than that, like everything's been pretty good on the blue side, on Appel, and solid plays to them. You know, props for them for practicing the match. I'm not sure how much Cadillac has practiced Glassworks.
Looks like we're unpaused.
Not sure who DC'd, but we're gonna see in a few who disconnected and what the pause is for.
Alright, looks like blue or Appel pushed out, took second.
Now we're pretty much waiting for the classic stalemate hold as always. Waiting for that pick, and it looks like Timer's got a nice pick on Mincy.
It looks like both medics are down for both teams as well, so they're going to come up with even advantages. Well, not no advantage actually, but they're going to come up even.
Looks like blue side is down 5 players, so hopefully Red can take an advantage and push off that.
Or maybe not. My HUD is just broken because of the pause. Let me reload my HUD.
Oh, true, I forgot that. HUD reload scheme. My HUD's still broken, so.
Mine is good now. Which is okay since it's my stream and they're seeing my screen.
Yep. I'm just gonna call like what I see instead. Wait for my HUD to reload.
Yeah, actually it still is broken. It still says 94% at the top of my screen for the blue medic when really they have 100%.
Oh, it looks like somebody dropped their heavy, and that's
and they're getting a new one. Yeah, definitely. That's gonna be rough.
Yo, having a different combo is really not something that you want to really play it right now.
Right,
it's really
especially
pretty crucial.
When more than likely they've played with their first heavy, you know, when there's scrims. So switching off to an alt heavy is kind of hard, especially since that heavy probably didn't play in the scrims in practice.
Yeah, we're gonna see how much that really affects Team Appel and see if maybe Cadillac can punish them for that. Who knows? But you know, right now, if Appel keeps currently playing like how they play and don't really worry or don't get nervous, rather than running and different heavy, they'd be doing a pretty good job right now. So let's see. Hopefully, they're pushing out again. But looks like they're flagging from the rear.
Oh, I see that! Wow.
Nice kill by a drunk Uncle. I'm not sure if that was the great play, but they got 2 picks.
Oh, and Smiley Face goes down to the soldier.
That's actually a really good play because now they're kind of slowing down the push right now. Even though the equal teams are 4 pitches down at the same time, all you gotta do is focus down the players.
Oh, Osk gets a nice shot on Timeless, and he's trying to peek for that medic, but has to back out. He did get a, you know, sniper v sniper win.
Yeah, right now the plays both teams are kind of a little bit scrappy on both sides. It's pretty much people going down and not really much happening.
Looks like Blue's pushing back out, taking second. Looks like switching out this heavy hasn't really affected them.
As you can see, yes, Barney just got Cassis. I was watching that beautiful bomb there by Cassis and a teamwork of Hellhound. So really nice job there by the Red team. Hopefully they can get second and capitalize on that for free. But looks like the new heavy backwoods road with a phone just got a nice kill.
Oh, nice shot by Timeless on Oz, taking down that sniper. Looks like Appel switched to Uber, so they're off of, I believe they were on crits before.
These are all nice plays done by like both sides of the mix. Like I like to see like different things being played, and I don't really want to see the same thing being run like 20%. So it really gives the team like pretty much a jump on like what they're thinking and how they're gonna react to it. So really nice plays and switching up the miniguns.
It does. It pretty much keeps the other team on their toes because they don't ever know what the other team is going to be running. I mean, unless their spy is checking, you know, constantly, they're not gonna know. Hey, they switched from crits to Ubers, so be prepared. Blue's popping in that like Uber going in.
Uber Vanish and Cadillacs being caught up by the Uber. Straight shooter flank on the blue side, which really wasn't guarded. So that's a really nice job there by Appel team.
Yeah, it looks like they almost wiped the Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, and they're taking back this midpoint. Let's see if they can keep the momentum and go in for that, you know, second to last and then last. We may just see what we've been seeing and, you know, have it be stalematey and have them wait for that push for the, you know, waiting for that Uber.
I think I finally recognize how Appel team pushes. Like, they're kind of team that pretty much waits for Drunk Uncle. Like, I'm pretty sure, I can tell that he's the main caller on the team.
You know, I'm not really sure.
It looks like he's the main caller, the way the team, like, really plays around the role. Pretty much, like, kind of wait for him, but, like...
Looks like he's going in trying to get that heavy. Heavy gets out. Oh,
so
looks like they're going with Uber.
They're pushing immediately right out. This is good work.
Definitely.
They have a 10% advantage, but they just get quick fix immediately. Like, if they can kite this Uber red team, they can possibly defend it. They have to focus on this heavy, which has a high ground advantage. Hopefully, they can get the soldier. If we can get another pick, that'd be really great. Right now, that's a nice play, but we need more support, I think, going into the play. But right now, they're just backing out. Hopefully, they can repush in. Smiley Face is down for the red side.
Yeah, Drunk Uncle gets down, gets taken out too with the flare.
If they can get a few more kills, they can probably push in for free. But I don't think they're pushing in at the moment. Let's say the teams are just both peeking and see what they can get. But it looks like Apples is pretty much want to preserve that 52% charge, which is a really smart play, and just really go in for another push again.
Yeah, it looks like it's putting, you know, red team on their toes. Heavy's, you know, checking around and making sure there's no spies, and probably making them a little, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know.
Looks like somebody timed out on the blue team.
Looks like they're Pyro. American is their Pyro.
But of course, like, we're in the timeline of behind 20 seconds or 30 seconds behind, or 2 minutes, or whatever it is. So we're not really sure like when the timeline immediately, but it looks like red team quick fist is kind of holding it defensively, and only Cassius is up for blue team. But
up 30 minutes, and we are at 3-0 Appel. So now we're going into the second half. Let me see. Do I have mine off so I can pull the logs up?
Just type in SS or log.
Can we do that from, yeah, I was gonna say, can we do that from, I don't think we can from STV.
Okay, I'll just go to logs.cf for now. Carol, I'll just link you this,
okay.
Stats really quick. And organizing it by the kills, we can see Drunken Uncle with the huge 35-16 with 425 DPM and a 13k damage, so really nice job of him. On the red side, the only one doing the most damage is Bunny with 30-21 and 10k damage. So obviously, something's up with red side, of course. Like, until Burlington's doing good, maybe Flick needs to step his game up a little bit. But other than that, I think right now the blue side really has like really two strong players, which they need to focus more as a Delman and Timeless, of course. Timeless is pretty much going huge with those key picks. It's pretty nice and see how he's doing.
I will actually post the logs in the chat because I'm having a hard time getting them coming up on the stream. So you guys can view those. Put the link in the chat for you. Yeah, it looks like Drunk Uncle is leading between the two demos. Timeless the Sniper doing a really good job as well. Yeah, it just looks like the blue team is putting out more damage than the red team is, and they're just, they're pushing in when they need to push in.
How do you think the teams look so far? Obviously, it looks like that Appel seems pretty much organized right now, and it can show how much they practice.
It does. I would say that they, with the amount of coordination they have, I would say that they probably practice more than Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. But that's not to say that, maybe the Cadillacs and Dinosaurs do practice, and this, maybe this just isn't their map. That does happen.
I know Sunshine is a pretty particular new map, so a lot of new teams yeah. Oh my god, I keep forgetting. Glassworks, yes, is a new map, and hopefully teams are just trying to adjust to it, and hopefully their Cadillac is trying to figure out something during the halftime, and hopefully they can turn things around. As we can tell, this is the half. Teams win first to 4, first to 5. I think, I'm not sure. I forget. First to 4 in mid half, and I think if it's played to 5.
Yes,
second half.
I believe it is 5.
And that's how things roll. So, welcome to 5CP. Do you see Glassworks as an interesting 5CP map, or do you think it should be played next season? What do you think, Missa?
I've only played this map, I believe, once, and it was in a pub, and I'm not really sure. To me, it just seems kind of reminds me of the stalemate, how it goes stalemate and process. Is it process? Yes.
Yeah. Process and gully wash.
Yeah, definitely. It just kind of brings back the whole stalemate. And, I don't really like stalemate. I like a game that keeps going progressively. So I don't know. I mean, I believe this is the first season it's being played, so who knows? Maybe it.
Do you think it should return, though? Do you think this map should come back to next season?
I think it should
it's a
because
map where people shouldn't play at all.
I do. I think it should come back. UGC needs new maps, and unfortunately, it's always been the same old maps every season. So I think new maps is good for UGC. It brings some change into it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I completely agree with you on that point. I think the one thing I don't like about this map, as you can tell right now, is there's too many flanks.
There is, especially
way too many flanks on this map.
When the blue team flanked around the red team and popped that crit. Just gives a, it was the blue team, right? Yeah, I think it was, if I remember correctly. Yeah, a map that allows, one team to do that. I mean, just completely flank around the whole team and then, pop behind them and, give that surprise effect, that could be interesting for a map. That many flanks, sometimes things could go wrong.
I agree. I think that's what a lot of people are trying to adjust to it, and hopefully they can coordinate to it, but right now it's pretty much just gotta coordinate your flank and hope for the best. Pretty much you need good communication right now, but as again, this map is really flanky, so I can kind of see how flanks can be punished on this map.
Or the whole team could be punished if your flank's not, in the flank.
Guarded, yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
That just gives them a free open spot to come in and, pick off your med or your demo or, another class that's, extremely important to the combo.
As you can tell, it looks like both teams have 9, so you're just pretty much waiting for them to ready up and see something happening.
Yeah, looks like some people are AFK, so you know, maybe they're using the restroom or usually what halves are used for. Oh,
Nope.
how interesting. Pearl's treasure chest on his back is upside down. It is broken. He has the Aladdin lamp. So cool.
So a few things I want to see for Cadillacs side. Obviously, they're down 3. And it's not people stepping their game up, it's more as like pushing as a team and being more cohesive in a combo.
Right, and I think it's also not waiting for that Uber, you know, doing those dry pushes and getting in there and getting those picks and then knowing when to push when you don't have Uber.
Again, waiting for Uber, it is safe and it's passive, but again, you're killing time on the clock, you know. You're building charges every time. You're building charge at the same time, you're just draining the time on your clock. Like, when you're at a disadvantage, like, you gotta make something happen.
Right.
I'm hoping to see Cadillac play more aggressively for their time if they want to bring up the score from 0 to 3, because again, like, this is second half. The most things you can do is either tie or win it.
Right.
And being down 3 is something that I know in Mumble it can bring down the team motivation when you're down points because like you're losing. So hopefully they can stay within a mindset and make a good turnaround. I want to see a good fair game. I want to see something happening. So.
Right, definitely. And to add on to what you said about, you know, bringing the motivation down, you know, it brings down the morale to where, you know, some people deal with it differently. Some people just don't talk, they don't call out. You know, they get frustrated and it affects their game. And, you know, you just gotta kind of not let that happen and do the best that you can and come back from it.
Yeah, I know how that is. I've been in so many teams where people's morale just go down. I'm just like, you know what, you just gotta keep trying your best. Like, it's something, you know?
Definitely.
Looks like
we're starting.
About to start, so let's see what I can see already from the blue side running crit square, and I think the red's running the quick fix. So I'm not sure how this is gonna play again. I'm hoping that Smiley Face uses his quick fix aggressively, and hopefully they can capitalize off that.
Yeah, and it looks like Red's demo made it to mid first. It looks like actually majority of their team made it to mid first before Blue did.
As you can tell, Time is already getting a good pick, but by Austin, he gets taken down by Dave. So this could be an interesting play, but no snipers on both sides. But it looks like Red has upper ground, yet they're down Burlingtons. Maybe Red can push off that. Looks like they're down.
Oh no! Medic just went down on Red by Pearl.
Did they change medics on blue team? Because looks like the name is different. It has a smiley face or a sad face. You notice? It used to be Cassius on the blue side.
I think it might be Cassius and just change his name. I'm not really sure. I didn't see any switch outs, so I mean that is possible, but I don't know.
Either way, since the blue medic never died, they pretty much have a good charge, and this point should be taken in for free. Or if they're gonna use a save pop. It's like.
Oh, and it looks like blue medic went down to the sniper.
Definitely nice play there by the Oz.
Right, that gives Red the advantage.
Like kind of momentum they need for Cadillac Dawn, and hopefully they can push out that.
Yeah, it looks like only 2 up on blue. I'm not really sure why Red's not pushing out on that.
I can see Dave, he's trying to go for another pick again. If we can get another pick, maybe on the medic. He's doing so good so far. Just kind of peeking here. Not sure what he's planning on doing, so I'll just look at the other side. It looks like the smiley face on Cadillac side wants to push in on Flick. They're thinking, but they're not really going aggressively. I'm not sure what they're doing. They're kind of just waiting for a charge. Should be going in as soon as possible. Now they're going in. They may catch Uncle.
They got the med. They got the
really
med
nice
on
play.
Appel. So yeah, I mean, If anything, they at least got the med, which means that, you know, they're still going to have the advantage as long as they keep their med up.
That's a nice stab there on Pro to Burlington. Looks like Smiley Faces can't really stay up, and BFF Forever is just completely destroyed.
Oh, Flick got caught out by the
for
sniper
Cadillac.
and the spy, and he gets taken down.
Right now, all we see is 2 up for Red Team. I assume this point should be pretty much given for free, and maybe they might be pushing to last unless they get spawn wave, which pretty much is what's happening right now.
Yeah, it looks like Blue's gonna have the advantage, Apple's gonna have the advantage, and they can, you know, push in and possibly take the last and make it a 4-0.
Just tell Red Side's running crits. Looks like Drunk Uncle is looking to crit in from the left side. He gets a nice play on computer and the medic as engineer. And that's pretty much a really good play because now the sentry gun's down. They only have 1 up.
Oh, looks like they're wiped, yeah. That's going to be a 4-0 for Appel.
What a nice play there by Drunk Uncle with that crits, and it's pretty much being uncalled for on what side to start. Again, this is a communication issue where you have to guard each side. And really, well done Blade by Appel team.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We're taking a look at the mid fight. Looks like Drunk Uncle's a little bit faster than Flick on mid fight. Trying to take the ground point. Looks like the ground point immediate on there.
Oh,
getting
Med
2
goes
picks
down.
on Poppin and Medic. That's a really nice play there by Bunny. If Red can keep up their Medic alive without them dying, they can pretty much keep this advantage and keep the momentum going. This is the kind of thing that they need for Red to make a play into the next point. So hopefully they can easily push in the point for free, which they do get it, but I'm not sure if they're going to use it on for point 2. Again, they need to hurry up.
Yeah, they need to really get in there and push and keep that momentum.
Advantage. You're 4 down already. You got to keep pushing. So hopefully that they don't use the Uber here in point 2, which they successfully don't use it. Nice. Uber player gets picked up. That's 2 down. 2 down for Appel team. They gotta make sure to use this Uber good and successfully.
Oh, the demo gets dropped.
This
They're going in with the
scout.
scout.
Not gonna be too good already. You know, that's a really crucial play there by Spiny Face. I'm not sure if the heal order wasn't right, why Flick died, or if Flick was overextending at some point, but
Drunk Uncle takes out the medic and Oz. Or is it Oz? No.
Ear 1, that's like pretty costly on the red team. It looks like blue side has a complete 100% Uber advantage, so they're pretty much going to be Ubering for free. Red team can't be holding too close up, because if not, they're going to be caught up by this Uber advantage. They got to be holding more far back if they won't want to be caught up by this Uber. Looks like blue is immediately popped the Uber in. Red's taking some serious damage, and again, you can't be holding out too far close when they have Uber. That thing has to be caught up with prior to communication. Looks like Pyro is kind of denying the medic, then he got the down man for red team, and it looks like the red power, nice job there by Minty with the flare gun kills.
Definitely, I think that medic was going for the health pack, and that Pyro was like, nope, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that fight went down for Appel team and why the team destroyed, because they killed the medic and people just pretty much got wiped out, so I guess maybe the team scattered at the same point, but either way, you know, it's really the thing that like Cadillac needs in order to make a comeback. Again, they're already down 4-0 right now, so they gotta bring up the score if they wanna make it at least tie or possibly something happen.
Yeah, definitely. If they let Appel come in and, you know, get forward ground and get these points back and end up getting to last, that's game over.
So right now we're pretty much just waiting for a classic stalemate hold. As you can tell, Cadillac has 75-80% Uber charge. Looks like they're pretty much going to be waiting for the perfect push in. This is the kind of things that they need at the moment. They should not be overextending at right now. They're dropping on 3 players. This is going to be really crucial. Junk Uncle is peeking in for free from the left-hand side. Easily no contested. And he's just constantly spamming out. And you don't want to be spammed out to the point because then he popped it for free. As you can tell, Cadillac team does have 100% charge. They have a 20% Uber advantage. I want to see them pushing aggressively. This is the kind of things that they need. They got to push in now before Appel gets the Uber and counter against it.
Which it looks like they're not. They're going to lose that advantage, and you know, Apple's going to have their Uber and be able to contest the red Uber. You know, they just waited too long.
Again, like, you know, watching on Apple's team, like, I can tell like, there's a main caller, and it seems like on Cadillac side, I'm not sure who the main caller is or what's going on. I'm not sure if the mech's calling or the demo's calling, but something's definitely not happening for them for the teamwork.
And they have to know that, you know, Cadillac or Appel has their Uber. I'm not sure what they're waiting for. They know that they're going to get contested. You know that old saying, pop it, don't drop it.
Yeah, but right now we're just seeing a classic stalemate.
Yeah, it just seems like the longer you hold it, the more of a chance it is you're going to drop it. Something's going to happen.
Wow, I think
that medic,
Smiley Face was down to like 5 HP.
Yeah, so I saw that.
You hold and milk there by Smiley Face, and really at the same point, like, you're gonna be either ballsy, drop, or force, and you really don't want to pop there because you're popping Uber so far back, it's gonna be shit anyways. So something is like you pretty much just gotta pretty much go. Basically, you're at a 4-point disadvantage. You can't possibly be holding anything. Blue can't hold as much as they. They don't have to push anything aggressively. They can pretty much park the bus here and just because you got disadvantage. You want to make something happen, you gotta push now. But I'm not sure why they're not doing it because the clock is just draining right now.
Yeah. Appel, like you said, can just sit here, park the bus. They don't have to do anything. All they have to do is defend when red pushes in. You know, they got that Uber and they can just counter Uber against them and, you know, stop them from coming in. Oh, and the back cap is happening!
Say a save done there by Drunk Uncle. Nice setup by Drunk Uncle. Hopefully the plays can come to play. Looks like that Uber defense is pretty much doing what they're doing, is parking the bus here. I'm not sure if they're playing aggressively, but again, all you gotta do is park the bus and it pretty much stalls in the time because right now all Cadillac's doing is waiting for pits.
Oh, and the medic gets caught out and taken down.
Nice there, job done by Vanilla Love. The heavy plays.
It looks like Blue is taking this advantage and pushing out.
I can see a red heavy going for a flank. She maybe wants to get something. He's not being called out.
Oh, he gets the med.
Burlington, what a nice play there by Burlington. Props to him. Again, you know, like right now, this is what Cadillac needs is the Uber advantage, and hopefully they can make a play off that because they are at a disadvantage right now.
Right,
but again,
definitely.
All they need to do is park the bus, and they can pretty much just drain the clock because that's how fast CP is.
Which I'm glad they're not just parking the bus because, you know, that's never fun to watch.
That is very boring indeed.
Looks like Dave is getting caught out here. He's been detected, and the Pyro is doing his job and making him back out, so he's not going to get any picks.
There's a 5 ads down for Cadillac, and the med's down too, so.
Yeah, this is going to give Appel that chance to push out to mid if they want, which is exactly what they're doing.
Uber percentages are going to be at a 10% advantage, I think, for Smiley Face's team. And actually, they're running crits too, so there'd be more. And then Polk gets a nice stab with Smiley Face.
Oh,
and
goodness,
Cadillac.
yes. And that's not good for Cadillac. They really needed that.
Pretty much going to be seeing them pushing in from point free from Appel team, and hopefully that's what they're going to be doing. They want to secure this point too, which I can tell Drunk Uncle, he's peeking and he wants to do something. But Flick is completely denying this by himself without anybody else. A really nice job there by Flick. Just completely holding the choke point to spam each Uncle out.
It looks like the sniper's coming in trying to get a peek on Drunk Uncle, but it doesn't work. He's backing out.
I can see maybe like 3 are dead for blue team right now. They want to peek in for something, but again, blue is playing. I can tell they're playing really safe, but they're playing really smart. You know, like they're at a 4-point advantage. They really can just like, pretty much play as slowly as possible, play it safe.
Right, they have the time on their side because, you know, it is 4-0, so they don't have to rush. Red team, however, you know, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, they need to really kind of get in here. Right.
Have to make something happen. Right now we're pretty much just watching it. I think Smiley Face did go down in that fight, but right now we're just pretty much watching the picks go down. As I can tell, like Flick goes down by American the Pyro, so that pretty much is holding out their pushes in the meantime.
Right, and Appel right now has a 50% advantage at least.
Right now we're watching maybe. A classic hold in the hallway. It's like Drunk Uncle goes in. It's a laser play there by Vanilla Love. Love to see some laser action there by the heavies. Looks like they're backing out a little. Minty is coming in with his pyro skills and just like blasting. Looks like Quick Fix is coming out of the play.
Oh
and
man!
Hopefully they're just pretty much gotta focus the players down. But his heavy here is completely denying him with that DPS on there by the heavy. Vanilla Love taking down Smiley Face and Minty. Nice play there by Vanilla Love. To tell both max are down there for both sides, but now it's coming down to DM right now. Appel team has 8 up and Cat has 7 up.
Oh, the NG takes down Vanilla Love. That had to hurt.
Right now we're just pretty much waiting for plays and not really anything has happened. Again, Cadillac, you gotta push out there. You gotta make something happen. Well, I'm just watching like all these like small plays. Highland is so chaotic. I think it looks like Drunk Uncle is pushing their point for free. I'm not sure if this is something that you want to do because I don't want to be constantly defending on the last point.
Right.
You gotta take risks at the moment. Like you are at a 4-point disadvantage. You want to come out that.
You can't really afford to just kind of stick back and be safe. You've got to take chances so that you can defend. Otherwise, it's game over.
Yeah, right now we're just pretty much seeing team coordinated plays on Appel team, and it is really showing at the moment. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be Uber v Uber or what now, or Uber v Crits. Looks like it'll be a Crits has been popped.
Crits, yeah.
Heavy's down. This could be a good play. Engineer is down. If you can get this power, be another good play. Nice power. It's only 3 up.
Yeah, and it looks like that's gonna be 5-0. Yeah. Appel wins it 5-0.
Good games there by Team Appel, and congratulations to them on the 5-0 victory.
Definitely. So, any last words on this game?
Not much. This has been UGC Silver on the map called Glassworks.
It has been fun. Thank you for helping me with this cast, Polk.
No problem. This has been fun.
Thank you to everybody who watched. You guys have a wonderful evening and have a great night.
Peace out.